Well, how about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. Sorry if the camera works a little shaky today. I'm going to have to hold my camera by hand. I forgot my stick at the house. I don't have time to go back and get it. I've got it propped up right now, so hopefully it won't be too bad. I don't know how much we're going to film today anyways. So today we're going to be deworming all the goats. We're going to be bringing them in, catching them, and kind of going through and looking at their Fermacha score, deworming who needs to be dewormed. Unfortunately, we're a little late. I actually lost a goat yesterday. Kind of surprised me. This goat I dewormed, she got really bad probably about a month and a half ago. She had a bottle jaw, and we dewormed her twice. And you know, I worm her, and a lot of time whenever I have a really heavy worm load on a goat, I'll wait 10 days and I'll deworm them again. And that's what we did. I thought it worked. She was kind of turning around. She put on some weight. Her hair coat was looking a whole lot better. And unfortunately yesterday I walked up into the goat pasture and she was no longer with us. So that's kind of what's triggering today. I want to get this done and make sure everybody else is going to be okay. We've got several goats in the herd that we can kind of tell needs some deworming. I've got one that's pretty bad, but I've dewormed her several times. She just won't turn around. I'm not taking her to the sale barn, just that one goat that looks like that, because basically it wouldn't be worth my gas taking that one to the sale barn. So we're going to see if we can hold on to her, get her a little bit better, put a little bit of weight on her, and then sell her. But I'd say probably 80 to 90% of the herd looks really, really well. We're just going to go through and check their Fermacha score. Typically it's that 80-20 rule. You know, 20% of the goats are going to cause 80% of your problems. But today we're going to be doing that, and we're just going to catch them up in the barn. I don't have my scale. We're not going to be weighing them. We're going to catch them up into the barn. My brother's going to come up here and help me. We're going to crowd them in here, kind of grab them one by one, check the Fermacha score, deworm them with Valabazen and Prohibit, and then we'll put a mark on their back and turn them loose. Something else we're going to be doing today, I don't know if we'll have the camera rolling while we're doing that since I don't have my stand, but I have some antibiotics with me today. And I haven't really shared this on the channel, but it's something we've been trying out. Several months ago, I found this YouTube channel called Nicholson Farms, I believe is what it's called. And I'll leave the card up here at the top of the screen. To their page is this guy, I can't even remember his name, but he is very, very educated when it comes to sheep and goats. A lot of things he practices, I don't practice. Just kind of different management styles. But like I said, he is very, very educated when it comes to it. And one thing he talked about in a video several months back was if you had a goat that had a very heavy worm load, and you go to deworm them and come back the next day, that goat's dead. And I got to thinking about it, and I've had this happen several times over the years, and it's been a while, but I have had it happen. And basically what he was saying is, whenever you deworm a goat, you know, the barber pole worm is in the goat's abomasum, one of their stomachs, and they attach to the stomach wall and they start sucking blood. But basically whenever you deworm that goat or sheep, whatever, and you put all that dewormer in there, it kills the worm. They fall off the stomach wall. It's going to leave little bitty holes in the abomasum, and basically the contents of the stomach can mix with the blood, and basically the goat or sheep becomes septic really quick. So that's why we have the antibiotic. I've got a couple out here that I believe has a pretty heavy worm load. We're going to go ahead and hit them with an antibiotic just in case. I'm not going to do that to everybody I deworm, but it's just a thought. But it's just something I wanted to share with you. Like I said, this guy's channel, he's pretty good if you want to learn some good stuff about the goats. Go ahead and check them out. Leave a comment and say Nicholson Farms sent you. They probably don't even know who I am, but go ahead and do that. But that also brings me to another thing I never really talked about. Once you have a goat that has a really high worm load, typically if I have a goat that had a high worm load and it recovers, you know, where I don't think it's life-threatening anymore, I'm going to sell that goat. But if you have one that really goes downhill, goats really, once they get that bad off, they never really recover. And basically whenever those worms are attached to that wall of the stomach and they fall off, it leaves the scars. And once you have so much scarring on that stomach, it basically doesn't allow the goat to absorb as much nutrition anymore. They basically have to eat more to gain less, essentially. It just never turns around, works good. So So just a couple thoughts I figured I'd share with you before we get started today. Like I said, I don't have a camera holder. The camera quality is not going to be that great. But I got my 3 pigs in my catch pen. We need to move them into that little stall right there. And then we're going to bring the goats in here, pin them up in this barn. Got my cooler with my Valabazen, my Prohibit, my antibiotic, and also has some Nutri-Drench in there for a couple goats that look a little weak. They might need some little extra help. My brother's pulling up now. Let's see if we can get these these pigs into this side and the goats called into here. Phase 1 complete. We got them all in the catch pen. Let's see if we can get them all in that shed. Let's go, girls. Hey. Come on. Phew. 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 Grab that gate over there, Matt, and start shutting it. Phew. Catch what we got. Hey. We ain't got nothing. Yep, that's all of them. Got most everybody done. Matthew's, we got marks on everybody's back, so you can kind of tell. Who got what? Or at least if we check them. All these are good. 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 Those 3 are good. Fingers in the way of the camera. Good, good. We got that one behind you with brown ears. He's the only one. Got everybody done. I'd say we dewormed 60% of them. But for the most part, everybody looked healthy. I think we only have, I don't know, 5 or 6 that definitely needed it. But either way, we got it done. Hopefully everybody will stay healthy. Well, we're able to get it all done. All the goats are dewormed, and it really wasn't that bad. It went pretty good. Getting them crowded up like that and just grabbing them is a lot easier than running them through the chute and weighing them. That probably is the better way to do it. You get a more accurate dosage. But we were able to get it done in a pretty timely manner. It's pretty hot this afternoon. It's about 95 when we, earlier today, it wasn't 95 when we started, but tomorrow's supposed to get pretty hot. I thought fall was here, but it's definitely heating back up. But I'm glad we're done. Unfortunately, like I said, we lost one yesterday, and probably from my stupidity and laziness. And I know you're gonna lose some from time to time. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow. I hate to see any animal suffer. I don't know if she suffered any at all, but I guess it's just part of it. And another thing is, you know, I'm so determined that I want to get to where one day that we have a herd of goats that we're rotating pretty consistently. And if we have goats that we've got to deworm, we've got to get rid of. I'm struggling with turning that page. You know, I don't want to get rid of everything I've got. If I wanted to do that now, I'd have to get rid of pretty much everything I have. We're just going to have to slowly get there, cull hard. We got several goats in the herd that their days are numbered. A lot of these kids were trying to hold on to the 1st of January, February. to try to hit the higher market here in South Carolina. But if worms are still going to be an issue throughout the fall, we might go ahead and get rid of them, lower our parasite load, get rid of some goats, and go ahead and cull the ones that we know we need to cull. I've got a list that I know I need to get rid of. We'll just kind of have to look through them and determine that whenever time comes. I can't cut my numbers down too much if I want to keep growing. And that's where I'm kind of struggling. That's where it's kind of hard for me. I'm so determined to grow, but I also want to grow the right way. I want to grow with the right genetics, the goats that can work in my system, work under my management, and hopefully every year we get better and better. But that's about all I have for you this afternoon. Sorry we didn't film too much. Like I said, we're trying to work quick, and I didn't have my little camera holder, so I didn't really have the opportunity to get any good shots. So like I said, I really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, and we'll see y'all on the next one.